Alrighty, so this is actually, I don't know if I said it yesterday, but this is assignment 25. I think we started the day before, didn't we? Yes. So this is 24 and 25. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is a review. A review means a test is coming up, probably tomorrow. I'm thinking the test is going to be tomorrow. So you'll need to remember your properties, the identity. This one is associative. They're changing order, the commutative. And again, on this one, it's a tricky. They just change the order. So that is also commutative. But look through, because your test will look very similar to this. It'll look very, very similar. And I might add on a couple of word problems. In fact, let me see on this one up here. How much did she spend for clothes? Round that to the nearest 100. I think we're going to do this one. So open it up to this one. I'm so sorry. I really want to do this problem. It says, how many parking spaces are there in all? The top two levels of a parking garage has 168. And the bottom level has 40 more parking spaces than either of the top two. First of all, who knows how many floors there are? How many? 4. I see 2 levels here and a bottom level. Somebody just said it. 3. Very good. It is 3. So I'm going to like draw 3 little levels here. How many cars are on the first 2 levels? What does it say? The top 2 levels. So is there just one level with 168? There's another one, so I have to add another 168. Now, the bottom level, listen carefully, the bottom level has 40 more parking spaces than either of these top 2. So how do I figure out how many parking spaces are here? It's not just 40. So what do you think? What am I going to add? You had it. You should have had it yesterday. What's that, sweetie? Well, it doesn't say it's 40 more than both of them. It says either of them. So one of them, we're going to take the 168, and that bottom one has 40 more than the 168. So I'm going to add 40 to this. Yes, sir. 160 plus 40 more equals 208. Very good. So I'm going to add, it's got 40 more than either of those. So I take either of them, and this is going to be an 8. Did you find it?
No, I think it might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then this one is 6 and 4 is 10. And this one is 208. So, sir, I don't know. Can I see the front of it? Does it say review on the very front? Yes, this is it.
Okay.
So we're on this problem right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that bottom then, the bottom row has 208. Now, how can I get the total for all of those cars? Everybody, what? Add them. So how am I going to do this? Do you know what 8 times 3 is? 1, 2, 3. We don't know our times? It's 24. But if I added this, 8 and 8 is 16. And I could go 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It is 24. So I'm going to carry 2. So I've got a double. 6 and 6 is 12. And 2 more is what? 14. And I'm going to carry 1. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are right. And is that answer over here?
Yeah.
Yes. So I can cross it off. And so how many parking spaces? There are 544. I'll just put spaces. All right. We'll go ahead and do this one. Show a model. We're not going to do these two. So it says, how much money did Mr. Stevens spend for the clothes? He bought how many sweaters? He bought 2 sweaters. For each one of them was $48. So how much should I add to find out the cost of 2 of them? What am I going to add? 48, and I'll separate 48 and another 48. And then it says he also bought a pair of jeans for 36. What should I add to this? 36. Good job. And I think what I'm going to do here is, well, I'll just do 8 and 8 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Sometimes I just count like that. Or I could have, I know I need 2 to make a 10. I know I need 2 to make a 10. What's 2 plus 2?
4.
So I could have taken 4 from this one, which would have left 2. So I would have had 10, 20, plus the 2 is 22. So I'm going to carry that 2. And then add up that last column. 4 and 4 is 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, and what? 13. So again, if I get a 13 and there's only one column, you just stick that 1 over. And is that 132 there? So how much did he spend on his clothes? And I'm just going to put $132. And that is it. Then I'm going to, did you all finish these here?
Yes.
Okay, good, good, good. All right, then, oh, did we find the last? Okay. I'm not going to do 41 and 42. Did you find the other one that added up to be, which one was it? The D or the E? The E, 6N, 6 is 12, plus 2 more is 14.
Oh, no, it was the B.
Okay, hold on a second. And then this one, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this comes to right now that. This one comes to 704. So let's check this one. 9, 10, 11. So there's my 1. And I'm going to carry 1 right here because that makes 10 and 3. What's 10 plus 3? 13. I'm going to carry the 1 there. So I've got in the front 3 plus 3 is 6. So it is this one. It is not this one. And then
I don't think I finished the 35, 36. No, that's supposed to be 25.
didn't I circle those that that's what you had to do?
Yeah, we're supposed to do that. See, nobody used it.
Oh, maybe, okay, I think you're right. I think I circled them, but I forgot to repeat myself because then I said do 22 through 23. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, try to do them tonight, just those 4, but let's go to the very back because I'll tell you a secret. You might have a quiz. Oh no, tomorrow's the test, so you're not going to have a quiz on this. But you might have some of these problems on the test. So I would suggest that you go ahead and do those. So keep those circled. And then let's go through. Let me look at the time. We have until 40, I believe. Yes, we do. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at this one. Go to the very, very back. Okay, so for those who work and shop at Town Center, there's a 3-story parking level. There's level A, there's level B, and there's level C. These look like good test questions. Then it says, rounded to the nearest 100, how many business parking spaces are there available at Town Center? How many business parking spaces? for those who work and shop. Well, I guess, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, if I want to get the total of these, but I just want to estimate or round, who knows where I'm going to round at? Tell what do you think? We're going to round to the hundreds place, and I need to use a pencil because I'm going to estimate, and then it says estimate something else. Okay, so it says, in fact, it tells us round to the nearest hundred. Well, this is really interesting. I think this is going to give me the same. How many business? The table shows the number of cars that can fit on each level. I guess they're all business. Oh yeah, the business parking. So to the hundreds place, we're going to be rounding right here, and right here. So who knows if I round this one, is it going to be closer to 300 or 400? 300. I'm going to make that bigger. So that's going to be closer to 300. Is this one closer to 200 or 300? 300. Yeah, that's a big number there, so it can round it up. And is this going to be 200 or 300? 300. So that adds up to how much? 900. So if we round to that, it is going to be 900 spaces again, which is right here. Now, this next question is kind of bothersome because I don't think I put the answer down. It says estimate the number of business parking spaces available by front end estimation. Didn't we just do front end? In fact, it should be exactly the same. We rounded to the hundreds, which happens to be the front end of each of these numbers. So wouldn't the answer be the same? Yes. I don't know why I didn't put that mixed up answer, but it is the exact same thing. What's that? I could, but it's okay. I know that's correct. And then, what is the exact number? Who knows what I would have to do to get the exact number? Add them. Yeah, so I'm going to erase what I did right, that line anyway. So let's see if we can add it right there to get the exact. Do you see a 10? Do you see a 10 in this last column? Yeah. So 10 and 8 is what? Is 18. And I'm going to put a little squiggly to separate it from this answer. And carry 1. And then I'm going to add 6 and 6 is 12 plus 2 more is 14. And this is 15, 16, 17. One more is what? 18. And carry the 1. And this would be what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? So the exact number, which by the way is very close to our estimate, is 888 spaces. That was the exact number. I'm going to erase that. Do you think there's enough? Do you think there's enough business for everyone who wants to park there? Explain your answer. Well, I don't know how many people want to park there, so I can't answer that question. I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to do those two. Okay. Now, so what I would do, listen carefully. Listen carefully. I don't know. I could have meant 900. What I would do if I were you tonight, I would do these 4, because again, we're going to have a test tomorrow, which is going to be, it's going to look very much like this review. So I am not picking this up. Yes, ma'am.
You said to do those yesterday.
I did, but then when I was reviewing which ones to do, I only said 22 through 23. Okay, so I forgot to reinforce. So go ahead and do that because you might see those on a test. Now, take out the other one that I just gave you.
Wait, did we put this one back in our binder?
You can put that back in your binder. And you might want to study those properties and study how we round it to the tens. Study how, this is a really important one that people kept missing. You don't need to worry about partial sums. I'm not going to do that. But make sure that you know how to round to the tens and the hundreds. So we should have all those done. Then, take out this one. Now that you've rounded, you've estimated adding, we're going to be estimating subtraction. Yes, ma'am. Okay, come here and get one, sweetie pie. Yes, ma'am. Okay, then give one to Estelle also. Okay. Alrighty. And I want you to put girls and boys. Did you get one, Matthew? What is wrong with me today? I don't know. There you go. You should have this one, estimating differences. Then, go ahead and put that this is assignment number 26. And, right. So, this is going to be so easy. Round to the nearest 10. Where's the nearest 10? Is it the 7 or the 1? These are the 1s, these are the 10s. So draw a line, please, right there. Where's the nearest 10, the 8 or the 5? The 5 is the people. This is the 1s, this is the 10s, this is the hundreds. Okay. So, can you see that? So, which one is the 10s, the 8 or the 5? The 8, I need 8 $10 bills to make 80. That's the 10s. So we're going to round it right here. Then this one, the 9. This one,
7.
Very good. And let's go ahead and round some of these. I want to give you just enough that you don't have that much to do today. So if we're rounding to the 10s, I know I'm going to have 1 0 at the back. So these two are going to change to zeros. And then we're just going to round like we've been doing. Is this closer to 7 or 8? 7. It's closer to $70 than it is $80. What about this? Is it closer to 4 or 5? 5. Remember, if it's a 5 or greater, we round up. And then we just subtract. That's about how much? It's about 20. We're subtracting. And then, is that answer there? Right there. You can cross it off. Okay. Okay, look at this one. Do you think this one's going to round to 80 or 90? 90, because that's a big 5. And we're subtracting. Do you think it's going to round to 50 or 60? 50. Good job. And then what's our estimation of that subtraction? How about 40? It's right here. Okay, now this one's a little tricky. Look at this one. I'm either going to say, is it closer to 90? What's one number bigger than 9?
10.
Would be 10. But again, we're going to have a 0 here. So is it closer to 9 or 10?
10.
It's closer to 10, which brings it to be 100. Then, is this closer to $70 or $80? 80. Can you subtract that in your head? 20. And, is it there? There it is. And we'll do this last one. So is this closer to 70 or 80?
70.
Very good, third graders. Wow, I'm impressed. The next one, is it closer to 10 or 20?
20.
Because that's a great big number. Mom, did you have a question, sweetie?
I have a question, because they also want 90 and also 1.
Don't worry about it. You'll be talking about the answers. But let's make sure we cross this off. 20, 40, 20, and then we cross off a 50. Okay. Then, all right, then let's do a couple of these, and I'm going to try to stop in just a few minutes so you can do some on your own. So this one we're rounding to the nearest 100. Which is the nearest hundreds, the 5, the 1, or the 1? The 5 is in the hundreds. Again, ones, tens, 100. So it's going to be right here. So make that line at the hundreds, make the line at the hundreds, make that line at the hundreds. And we're going to do, all right, so is this number 5, is it closer to 500 or 600? 500. Is this one closer to 400 or 500? Good job. And the difference then is what? 100. That's crooked. I should have had it a little bit over here. All right, so 100, and we'll take one of those 100s. Then, is this one closer to 700 or 800?
800.
Good job.
It's 600.
Then, next one, is that closer to 100 or 200?
200.
Very good. And then the difference is what?
600.
Okay. Then, I'm going to skip those two for a second, and we're going to go down to the front end. In fact, we'll do it sideways. The front end is just right here at the front. And in this case, it happens to be the hundreds. So is this going to be 300 or 400? 400, because that big 7. Minus, is that going to be 100 or 200?
100.
Okay, that's only a wimpy 2. Is that big enough to round it?
No.
No, so it's going to be 100. What's our final answer?
300.
And why didn't I put a 300 up there? I don't know. I don't think I have enough answers. What for?
Can we make one?
No, we'll just get the answers. So it is 300. I just don't know why I didn't do it. Anyway, so front end, that's my front number. There's my front number. Is this closer to 700 or 800? 700. Is this closer to 200 or 300? Because of that big macho number, my neighbor's big macho, it's big enough to change it. Okay, then I guess I didn't put this row of answers up there. I don't know why.
It's 400.
All right, so that's going to be 400. Then on this one, yeah, because we've already rounded, so it shouldn't be that hard. So is this closer to 400 or 500? Good job, people. Hold on, slow down. This one is closer to 300 or 400?
400.
Very good. So our final answer is what?
100.
Those are there, but I totally missed. Yeah, I missed putting these two answers. So we can take off one of the hundreds. Because there is 12. That's really weird. I don't know what I did. All right, so this one, is it closer to 300 or 400? 400. Is this closer to 200 or 300?
200.
200. And what's the difference?
200.
Is 200. So some of those we should get in our head, and that's going to be 3 minus 2. That's 1. Those answers are there. So that answer is there. So I'm going to take a 200, and
Can we circle all of them?
no, you don't have to. All right, and then let's flip it over. This should be pretty easy. Okay. So now the thing that I do want you to do is, it says round to the nearest 10. I want you to mark your tens place. Is it the 2 or the 8?
2.
The 2. Because the first one's ones and then tens. Where's this one? The tens on this one. The 6. Where's the tens on this one?
9.
Very good, because that's ones, tens, hundreds. Where's the tens on this one?
7.
The 7. And then on these, where's the nearest 100?
6.
Yeah, on all of these, it's that front number, because there's only 3 numbers in each. Front end, Can we tell where the front end is?
9,
The 9 and the 5. Where's the front end?
2,
2 and the 1. Where's the front end?
4,
4 and the 2. Good job. This one?
3.
So make sure that you have that marked up. Now, the only two that I'm going to do here are these two, because these are going to be like an addition problem tomorrow that you need to know how to round to the tens. So you mark it, and because it's the tens, I'm going to have 1 0 at the back. Then, is this closer to 49 or 50?
50.
Is that a big macho number?
No.
No. So what is it going to be?
9.
49. It has no power to round it up. Is this going to be 12 or 13?
12.
12. And we're subtracting, so our final answer is what? Is that a 7? And this is what?
610.
What? You're adding, sweetie pie. You have to be subtracting. So, and in fact, 370 is right here. We can cross it off.
Oh,
Okay, shh. Quiet. Quiet. Then this one. So I'm going to put 1 0 for the 10 spot. Is this going to be closer to 57 or 58 with that big neighbor?
58.
58. Is this closer to 33 or 34?
33.
33, because that's not big enough to change it. And we're subtracting. 8 minus 3
5.
is 5. 5 minus 3,
250.
so it's about 250. Okay. Alrighty. And let me see if I can, we don't have a lot of time, but estimate the difference by rounding nearest 100, rounding nearest 10th. Okay. We will do this one tomorrow. So skip. Here is your big job. Your big job is to finish these two, 7 and 8. You don't need to do this one. So 7 and 8. And then you're going to round the rest of these. I think you can handle that. Because again, rounding, we don't have to get the exact number. Can you handle that? Here are your friends that are going to tell you if you got it right or wrong. Your friends are right here. So you don't need anybody to sit by you. This answer bank is going to tell you whether you're right or wrong. So at this time, girls and boys, you may begin.